Target Trading Academy.
Good afternoon, everybody. Preston Vogl here with Target Trading Academy, back for another micros market recap. Today is October 14th. Sorry, not 14th. I was looking at the time. October 19th, 5:14 p.m. Eastern Time. Starting off with micro oil, we opened in balance. What that means is we opened with inside of yesterday's range. And to top it off, at yesterday's point of control. If you don't know what that is, come check us out and learn about all this terminology so you can better understand trading and increase your trade profitability. So, again, to start us off, we opened inside yesterday's range in balance. We made a move towards this HVA level that we give out prior to trading, actually the night before trading. So all these orange levels are given out the day before, ready to be able to be trade. And what do we have? A trade opportunity that absolutely crushed it if you held it. Man, that's a wicked entry, and you could have got it on the opposite side as well. So that's two opportunities within 40 minutes of each other, and then a major trade that if you were waiting patiently for off of this level as well. In the micro oil. So that's three opportunities in the day for some serious trade opportunities and net increase. Gold, as you can see, or if you can't see or you don't understand this chart, it actually opened gap up from yesterday's range, made a small play back towards the range and was stuffed from some overnight support. Came back and hit the opening high resistance, and then we pretty much never saw it up there again. We did have some opportunities for those micro gold inverses off of those edges, that we give out the night before it made its way back into balance. Again, balance is yesterday's range, and more specifically back to the point of control, POC. Moving on to our equities. ES opened gap up and never went back. That's kind of been how it is every other day. You know, we gap up and we don't come back. So it is in what is known as white space because it is outside of our contract ranges. So it opened up, gap up, made a short play, and then hit some resistance from the open, and then tried again, and it just struggled with it. And it kept trying for a good half hour before it just gave up, and the market trend took over. Now, there were some trending trade opportunities in the ES, so it was not a full doldrum of no trades, but you have to have proven that you know and understand and can take direction from our instruction and methodologies before you learn those trending entries. So it did trend higher, making some new highs today, just for today. In this contract so far. Now, Nasdaq, let me scroll back here for you, also opened gap up, not terribly far away from its range. Nonetheless, it still made that same attempt as the ES did, and it kind of was just choppy. Today, yes, it was overall choppy. It wasn't the greatest market, I'll be honest. It was just a choppy day, but nonetheless, we still had plenty of opportunities if you're patient enough for them, and patience is key in this game. So you had one opportunity there. This one disqualified on both occasions. And then disqualified over here. And if you were in my room, I actually had this level marked out prior for what I teach in my room, apart from HVAs and more advanced entries and such. But several students looked to take that. Some of them in the minis, not just the micros, took that. And then this edge became key for that rejection of lower prices towards the end of the day. And then if you were trading at the end of the day, you can see our HVA's high volume areas held for that short at the top there. So again, not a ton of opportunities, a lot of chop today again. But overall, there were some decent setups. So let's move on to some of the key trades that we saw today, starting with overnight trades. Starting with Roman, if you aren't familiar with watching these videos, you'll see frequently the trades of Roman Jacobus. He is crushing it in the micro as much as I did when I first started trading. You just start, once you start that ball rolling down the mountain, it just accumulates and accumulates, and you just don't look back. So this is an overnight trade in the ES while it was still within its range, up 105, live real money. This time another entry after it's left its range, which is a trending entry. Again, those are advanced entries, up a total of 140 so far in the overnight. Again, that's Roman. Now during the pre-market, up another $33 this time in the micro Dow, reducing his contract size and risk with this trending entry. Now as you can see, up 102 in the micro gold pre-market again. And finally, his last trade of the day, just before the market opens, a $106 winner in the pre-market in Nasdaq. And he was done for the rest of the day. He didn't come back. So he walked away a winner of $381 trading in the micros alone on about 5 trades. Yes, that's the micros. Now, is that something that is doable every day? You know, not every day is going to be the same. So it is what it is, right? But these are the micros we're talking about. So money can be made, but it's up to the person that's executing, right? We have the education, but it is up to the person that is executing with our methodologies. If you don't execute, or you're afraid to execute, right? You'll never take the shot. Now moving on to our pit session. This is in the micro ES. This is Morgan Hilton, up $55 live real money. She took one of those advanced trending entries that we have here. Ken Fuller taking one of those micro Nasdaq opportunities with 2 contracts, up $61 on sim. Michael A taking a $65.50 short in the micro Nasdaq. That's still that same trending entry, but this time in the Nasdaq that we teach our students. This is the opening line here. If you can't tell, that's not my cursor. That's the opening of the market. So that signifies 9:30 Eastern time, up $65.50 for the day, live real money on 2 contracts in micro Nasdaq. And lastly, a loss from William Thompson, or Thomas. I butcher names. That's something that you'll just have to know about me. I'm not the best with names. A loss in the micro Dow. There are several reasons why you would have disqualified this, but we will not go over those. Those are for the room only and in your education. He admitted as much in his email to me of why he may or may not have taken this, or why he shouldn't have taken this, etc. But 2 contracts down $24 on sim in the micro Dow. And that wraps up today's micro market recap. Again, it was a choppy day in all of our markets. However, we still had plenty of opportunities to make money from the levels that are given out prior to the day's trading every day that we do this. You don't see anyone else in the industry doing this. If you're interested, come check us out. Find us on Facebook. We are Target Trading Academy. Get in touch with a representative there, or contact us through our website at targettradingacademy.com, and we'll be more than happy to show you our rooms and what we do in them. And if you want to ask a student, you're more than welcome to ask our students as well. We'll see you tomorrow.